Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and that is Carolyn sitting over there.
Everybody knows who Miss Carolyn is.
Well, I mean, she's just like a staple in Meridian.
Yes.
I think there ought to be a statue downtown somewhere.
I'll second that motion.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. That's because she's so old.
Hush it. And of course, Amanda joining your team there. We got a lot coming up with y'all that y'all going to tell us about that is happening in the area. Y'all work hard behind the scenes. And
Well, we
so
try.
much for that.
We try to work hard. Well, we have to, because there's only 5 ladies in our office, and that's what runs state's games.
5, that's it?
That's it. That is it.
Y'all do a lot to
Yeah.
make this thing happen.
Now, during the games, we do hire 3 or 4 boys to do the heavy loading, the grunt work.
The ladies handle it all. And seriously, y'all, there's a lot that goes on with these state games, and it brings so much to our economy in Meridian. It's just unheard of. Yeah. We'll get into that in just a moment here.
Well,
make Carolyn come up with some receipts.
Ooh, yeah.
Some what?
As we look at what's going on with CNN, boy, I remember the day as a kid, if you wanted to know the news, CNN was the word. You always watched it. It was something going on 24/7. We'd never seen it before. This anchor, Jim Acosta, y'all familiar who I am? He used to get little matches with Trump. He didn't like him. So they banished him a few weeks ago to the midnight show.
No.
He is now leaving. He's refusing to work the midnight shift.
Oh, well. I mean, there's probably more people watching it at midnight than there is at prime time.
But I mean this honestly, I don't even check their Facebook page because it was just so much disinformation, the way they word things. It could be the sky is blue, and it would be...
Our professional over here says, no, that's not the case.
Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since Ted Turner on that, and it had a total different...
It's gone down since then, hasn't it?
When it originally came out and started, it was one of our first 24-hour newscasts. That's all we had.
First. Yeah.
And you could believe what they had on there. When one of them reported something, they were actually reporters.
Look, you were back there. Were you in the back seat with OJ? Because we all watched it.
You're not supposed to ask that on air.
But y'all, that was 1994, and that was really the first time that we ever saw anything like that happen. Of a car chase that went for miles, and they were going like 4 miles an hour. Can't somebody pass him and cut him off?
You get in front of him and put on brakes.
I really don't understand that. And I mean this honestly, even to this day. This is 2025. That was 1994. You really could have just pulled in front of that Bronco and stopped it. Why didn't you? Okay,
you didn't think that way. You did not think that way.
I can't say my thoughts on here, but a bazooka and a car chase, the two of them go side by side.
That's correct. You can't say that over there. Just keep those thoughts to yourself, whatever that might be there. Good morning to Mark Ingram. So glad to see you there. Coming up, we're going to talk to Carolyn about what they really do have going on and what y'all are here to talk about with the state games, because it is coming before you know it. Plus, we're also going to be talking about what's happening downtown Meridian today. It's a big deal. 2 o'clock at the MSU Riley Center.
Some big people coming.
Dignitaries.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Some folks have been wearing 3-piece suits and the whole 9 yards.
That's why I got my hair did and no hat.
I may have to shine my boot off because I don't actually own a 3-piece suit.
You got a
I don't.
Do you own a suit?
No, I don't even
wear it. No way.
I don't even own a blazer anymore. I traded that for Carhartt. It's warmer.
You and Alan both wear Carhartt, don't you?
But it just really looks good. It's underrated. I don't know why they don't pass these out at the governor's mansion. We'll be right back with more headlines. Y'all stay with us. When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp to trail riding or just working around on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. And look at there, I wasn't punching buttons, wasn't paying attention. And a sad note, we'll put this out this morning as we do now have a name, as we go back to remember what happened last Thursday as someone lost their life, the first murder of Meridian. Yeah. And I'm going to do my very best. I'm not good at sometimes pronouncing names that are off the beaten path. Sinatras Overstreet, did I get close to that?
Well, I can't see it far enough to...
That's
Sancharius
Overstreet passed away in that shooting. He was 30 years old. And again, as we will hopefully learn more about this, 47th Avenue and 3rd Street. Now, this is an area that we have been to in Meridian over and over and over for crime. Several murders. We had a child that was shot there not long ago. We were down there for that. The day that Newton County came over and served a warrant in that same area. He lost his life there. His car was riddled with bullets, and he would be found outside the car, struck at least 3 times. He passed away and succumbed to his injuries there. We haven't gotten a police report stating who, what, or how it happened. We'll wait for that. Hopefully we'll get more information on that from the Meridian Police Department, but the name was released yesterday. We send condolences to his family. A very, very tough time to learn that you lost a loved one in such a tragic way. That happened that way. And I want to say this. I want to clarify a little bit what happened in Jackson, Mississippi yesterday. Canton. Let's go to Canton. There was a kidnapping in Canton, Mississippi at the Nissan Plant yesterday. Now, as you get into this, it wasn't like a guy pulled up and grabbed somebody that was random. I think most people, when they read the headline, go, wait a minute, he just grabbed someone. He knew her. I believe at one point they could have been married or dated. They did have a child together. Now, as he drove away, they would head north on I-55. Now, police are saying that the car may have had bullet holes in the door, but she was either, and they're at this point saying she jumped. She could have been pushed. We don't know. We weren't in the car. But she either was pushed or jumped from the car and was immediately run over by another car coming in the opposite direction. She lost her life at the scene. And you have to kind of call it the way it is. I don't think this is this guy's first rodeo. He's being held, no bond whatsoever. And here's his picture as we look at this. Capital murder charge. And again, I don't know a lot about tattoos and things, but I'm sure that an upside down cross has a meaning that I have no clue as to what that really means. Now, he's riddled with others on him. But that's the way it is. He's being held in the Madison County Sheriff's detention facility there. And again, they've got the whole right up there of no bond. He's not going anywhere. That is a very, very serious thing. And you back up, this is really a domestic kidnapping is what this is. And most of these things end up being people know each other. It's rarity that out of nowhere kidnapping happens and they don't know you. It can happen, but this was certainly not the case in this. And the family of this young woman has to be distraught. This leaves a child without a parent. And somehow or another, I feel that he may not have been involved in the child's life anyway. But awful, awful. Someone who is orphaned now at this point.
So Uncle Google says an upside-down cross, also known as the Cross of St. Peter, is traditionally a Christian symbol representing the martyrdom of St. Peter. Catholic tradition requested the crucified upside down because he felt unworthy to die in the same way Jesus Christ. recent times is an anti-Christian or satanic symbol
That's what I'm going
due
with.
to misrepresentation.
Yeah, I'm going to say satanic in some shape, form, or way. Now, also in the same breath, let me say this. Did any of you watch that movie that Sylvester Stallone was in? I cannot remember the name of it, to where he went undercover into a prison. His plan was to
he was
on that boat, floating boat.
Yeah, that was the second one, Prison Break.
Prison Break.
Yeah.
Trump is suggesting that our hardened criminals be sent overseas somewhere to a prison to where they can't get back.
I got a problem.
That's an extra step of putting them like on an island to themselves. Where you gonna go if you break out? This man's got. I like his way of thinking here, and it will really deter people because they're not going to be smiling on CNN. They won't have people dropping by for photo ops and book interviews. You will just kind of be there.
Well, like that show, on the container ship. Why don't we turn that into a prison? Just have them float around there.
My, oh, my, oh, my. We'll see what happens. It's a lot of talk still going on.
Miss Barber's joining us from Moscow. Of course, that's the one right down here, not the one across the pond.
Well, oh, there you go. We also see the Maria saying that's demonic, and I may cross that. That's, whoo, have mercy. As we go back now, let's find out why Carolyn is really here. What a nice sweater you have. You're trying to updo Amanda here, aren't you?
That could never updo Amanda. No way.
Amanda, and to some back information, Amanda and I graduated together. We started in elementary school together. We have known each other for a very short time because we're both young. And
right. I know better than that.
And so Amanda came to work with you 2 years ago?
A little over a year ago.
A little over a year. It seemed like two.
Yeah.
But welcome aboard to the State Games of Mississippi. What do y'all have coming up, and how can we help y'all?
Well, we're here for sponsorships. If we didn't have sponsorships, the games could not go.
True.
We feel like that everybody in Meridian almost should sponsor us because, we brought in over $12 million of economic impact here 4 years ago.
$12 million?
Yeah, over $12 million.
Wow.
And we feel like that's a pretty good.
Yeah, helps in those restaurants, hotels.
Yeah, gas, everything. So we really pushing for sponsorships. It takes sponsorships to hold the games because we try to keep the prices as low as we possibly can for the kids to enter the events.
Right.
Because it gets expensive if you're going to bring 3 or 4 kids to an event and spend 2 or 3 nights in the hotel. So this is what we want in sponsorship. Well, we need sponsorships.
So how do they get a hold of y'all? What do they do? Amanda, do you go see them? Do they come to you? How does that work out?
We can go see anybody that wants us to come see them. Normally it starts with a phone call or an email.
A threat from Carolyn.
A threat from Carolyn. Yeah, that's actually how most of our sponsors start.
Don't send her and I'll send check.
It usually starts out with, do you know what I know? I'm selling sponsorships. Like, sure.
Carolyn is out in Meridian. Everybody in Meridian knows her. She networks a lot for us when she is not at work.
You're right.
And I mean, she is the heart and soul of State Games. She really is.
I love it. I paid her to say that.
Yeah, did you?
And so that's where most of our sponsorships start is, with that, because Carolyn meets someone.
Well, and let me ask this, and y'all may not want to go into this, but what does the minimum sponsorship start at that somebody can make to come in at? What's the bottom tier?
Well, we have 4 major ones, and it starts at $1,000.
Okay.
Now, we do have contributors that come in under that, and we welcome those contributors as well.
No matter the amount.
No matter the amount, yeah. A lot of those are in trade or in kind. Especially those people that donate food for us in the summer.
Oh, food and then travel.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sure there's a lot of that.
Yeah. And so we will take contributors at any amount, but we do like to get those 4 tiers that are over $1,000.
Well, see, there you go. Have money,
Yeah.
Carolyn will travel.
That's right. I sure will.
Yeah.
We have one that says I twist his arm.
Was that Wallace Strickland?
It was.
I've heard stories about all of that.
I don't tell
Speaking of, I ran into him the other day.
Did
he
you
said
really?
to tell you hello, as a matter of fact.
Wallace was special.
He,
very, very special.
He is doing so much better since his accident. I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to him, so I thought I'd update you.
I appreciate
our
that.
mutual friendships there.
Oh, gosh. He was great.
But there is so much to do in Meridian, as this brings, as you said, $12 million that was brought to the area.
Man.
Now, we've got, and the games, what are they? For those who are just, because there are people that just moved to the area that are watching from outside areas, you go, state games, what do y'all really do there?
It's the Olympic-style games for the state of Mississippi. We have, 30 states that is a part of the Congress of State Games. We're all a member of it. And we offer games like you have in the Olympics. But they start from a small child and goes to 100.
I heard just last week that Jackson was wanting to add a whole new level to this, a new series there. Auto theft, where they could set it up and so who could get in the car quicker. Is that true about Jackson wanting to bring that over?
No. But now,
well, they've been practicing.
But now we have had states call us and want all the games.
Oh, I bet they do.
Yeah, they've called in one of the games, and
what people don't really,
we started the games here in Meridian.
That's right.
People don't really realize that of what this means. Because I can remember when it was when you first started this, and I thought state games, okay, yeah. But this is serious, and other towns do want this.
Oh yeah.
It's a vital impact.
So that's the reason that we are hoping that the city and the businesses continue to support us, because as long as they do, we'll be here,
Absolutely.
But it takes that.
Well, what this does with City Hall, opening day, I mean, that is huge to see all these kids from all over the state come down to City Hall and do the opening ceremonies. I mean, they march all the way around with their teams. It's awesome to see that many people right here in Meridian.
That makes your day when you see those kids. They're so happy, excited, run across that stage, want to perform across that stage. That's what it's all about.
When do the games begin? What date is that?
Well, opening ceremonies is June the 6th. So that's our opening weekend where we'll have soccer. We always have soccer that opening weekend. And then it'll go from there through June and into July. We'll have a few things in May, but most of it will be in June.
So you got plenty of time to get in on this, as you'll have to start early putting this together.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we've already started. Oh, yes.
As soon as we close out, we
flip to the new year.
Start over.
Well,
yes.
1st of September, we're starting again.
Yep.
And it's probably too late for this year, but next year, if someone wants to do a game that y'all don't offer, all they've got to do is come talk to you and, and you can show them how, with their help, to get that particular game and say next year's of that sport in next year's event.
Yeah. Rhonda Brand is our sports director, and all they've got to do is talk with Rhonda, and she can get it set up most of the time. We do not have all the games in Meridian now. When we began, we did, but we don't have the facilities for everything. So we do go to other cities for a few of the games.
I know Philadelphia is included in it now.
But they do come in as sponsors also, though.
If we were to get a huge baseball center, a sports complex here, would that help get baseball all back here? Or since we've let other cities and towns take that, would you just leave it there?
If they're a sponsor, we would probably leave it there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But if we could get one, we would certainly use it. That doesn't mean whether we keep the games or not, having or have not had. We would love to see one here.
Yeah.
I believe it's needed.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Odie's holding out for that skateboard park.
I'm looking for it. Somebody said, why do they keep wanting to build that skateboard park so close to the hospitals? I said, so you ain't got far to walk.
No care of them, because they won't be able to walk.
I said, that's the smartest thing I've seen anybody do. Build it next to the hospital. People are going to be going.
Is it okay if I think out loud? If folks, y'all know that
you're going to do it anyway.
You're right. But, as I drive around and I follow the news stories around town, and in the last 5 years, I've seen one person on a skateboard in Meridian. One person. And he didn't know what to do with it.
Well, now, I will say this. I mean, skateboarding is kind of a big deal.
There's a few.
Yeah. And I would say there's a
Then they're
need for
normally
it.
downtown.
They are.
Yeah, they're normally downtown.
I ain't seen them.
I could see a small skate park do good for our area. I support one. I don't know if I support one that's completely 100% government funded, but I do support one.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going to get back with you on
anything to get kids off the street and do stuff they like, I am for. And that's what we need more of, is keeping kids busy with good activities, not Grand Theft Auto over here that you want on the next show.
I'm just trying to tell y'all reality. Jackson's good at it. You got to show it out. You know, Atlanta does the chunky. They do the hubcap chunking. You can add a lot of things to this and brighten it up.
Like the mullet toss?
Yes, sir. Right. Also, in breaking news, we're hearing that there could be another presidential, whatchamacallit, put out today. What do you call those little things?
Pardon?
No. We're executive orders.
Oh, yeah.
It's rumored, and again, it's rumored that he may ban man buns. We're hoping that actually happens.
We'll have to change a commercial.
We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rockhouse Gun & Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. Fido has been busy due south of Meridian in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. He let out a bark that was heard 3 miles, and, well, this is what he found. 126 pounds of Mary Jane.
I saw that.
That is a heap of it. $13,000 in cash, which is probably going to be kept also there. He's standing in front of the car all happy about what he done.
See what I did?
Getting me an extra biscuit today. Who's your daddy?
He should be proud.
He is. Now, I'm not sure which way the car was going. They were from New York, and they're going to be charged with multiple crimes. The car was stopped there on I-59. Do we still have this unit?
No, we don't have it on the interstate like they do. Now, Newton has started one. Colin is working it with Sheriff Pennington. They really got that going over there. You know, we used to have...
Back when Chris Reed ran it.
Yeah, Chris Reed did the interdiction on the interstate. And it definitely stopped all the time.
So we don't. I hate that we no longer have that.
I don't think we do. We'll have to get with Sheriff Calhoun and see if we've got it or if there's plans to do that again.
What is interesting is to talk with an officer who does that for a living, because everything that they do is they read people.
Yeah.
And you can't, after you've done that for quite a while, I'm sure that
you can't stop reading people.
Correct. No matter where you go to the grocery store, you're suspicious of something. But you can, when you ask somebody a question, I'm sure the blink of an eye and how it becomes second nature to you when somebody's not telling you the truth, and you know they got something hidden in a car. And occasionally you're going down the road and you see 5 or 6 police cars around a car. That's generally what's going on.
Yeah.
So a good job by the Hattiesburg Police Department for taking that down. That takes a lot of drugs off the street. Now, as on their actual site, on the Hattiesburg Police Department, they even made the statement, we know that we're going to get comments going, well, there's nothing wrong with marijuana. And they said, yes, there is. It's illegal unless it's medicine.
And then it's got to come from a medical pharmacy.
Right.
Correct.
A marijuana pharmacy, not just off your street. So, yeah, there is some legal aspects of it, but there's some more illegal aspects of it.
We're trying to get in touch with the Leadco Shuffle, if we'll remember that, from Meridian, where they used to bring in the WWE wrestling matches to Meridian. We've got a big one if we can make it happen. Shad White in this corner and Delbert in the second one.
Yeah, boy.
This is turning out to be quite the showdown.
It really is.
He is more or less trying to gut the auditor's office of having power to do what he does. I don't think that will set well with a lot of Mississippians. Now, I did get a phone call yesterday that said, wait a minute, you don't know the rest of the story. And I said, well, what is the rest of the story? They told me they'd tell me this week that there's maybe something on the other side. But Shad has made a name for himself.
He really has.
Of shooting it as straight down the middle as we know. And if you steal something, he puts your name in bright lights, whether it's $5, $10. Now, it's been a while since he's been to Lauderdale County, and I do hear a lot about that. Why is Shad not shown up here? We would welcome him. I'd drive him around. Come on, let me take you.
We're in the plans, in the works, a debate for the city elections coming up. I think that you and I should host a debate between Shad and Hosman.
Well, we wouldn't have to do anything. We'd just sit there.
But we would have front row seats. We could say, all right, ding, ding, and let it go.
You know, was it last week Shad called that other dude a liar? You are a liar. And told him to his face. He's kind of like your Trump of, I'm not going to back down.
Well, now, these two are possible. It's too early to tell, but possible two candidates for governor of Mississippi.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Both of them are going to run.
Delbert
going to be 79 or 80 or so before that happens, isn't he?
Well, I mean,
he's
now look,
78 now, isn't he?
Don't worry about the age. You see what Bob Barker did
didn't
to
say that.
Waterboy.
Let's not be talking about age over there.
But as we look at this, and also the big name that is out there floating for governor, could he blow both of them away? The Duff. The guy that owns the Toyota Meridian.
Southern Tire.
Southern Tire, and half of Hattiesburg. Okay, he is the richest Mississippian there is. And he is
he's on the top list for America, too, I believe.
He's got it, and he may run for governor. And a lot of people go, well, if you got a businessman that knows how to run that kind of business, wouldn't he make a great governor? Does make sense. Who is the best? You got Shad in this corner, Delbert here, and I'm sure there'll be somebody we don't even know yet. Kind of like Mayor Meridian. I think there's 38 people running now.
It's going to be some people come out for governor, but it's kind of like with Shad White. I'm glad his aspirations are for a higher office, but the job he's doing where he's at right now, I kind of don't want to see him leaving yet.
Probably where he
But I think that is it's written on the wall.
It is.
He's going.
He's
going to be stepping over that fence and headed forward. You've got Lynn Finch, who would also love to be governor. She can taste it. It's just right out there. While we saw everybody that was affiliated with what's his name? It was the conservative that ran. That he was a guest on our show several times.
Tall guy
from
Hattiesburg.
The lawyer over there, Chris McDaniel.
Chris McDaniel. Boy, and
I like him.
I do too, but I am also watching, and when you get into the world of politics, of anybody that aligned to him is paying the price for that now. It's politics is what it is. If you align with someone and go, I support so and so, if somebody else gets elected, it ain't good for you. Just in case you're an elected official and thought you were going to endorse somebody, I thought you might want to know that.
A couple of them are saying Hosman is the rhino that's actually a member of the Democrat Party.
Bunch of comments there.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
And the best way I can tell y'all on that is to study. Go back and look at voting records of anybody that you're going to cast a vote. Now, let's be honest. Most Americans, most Mississippians, Alabamians don't do that. They glance at it, you're in a hurry, and you check the name that you recognize.
I think most Americans don't.
Right. But do your research, because if you don't, you will have someone similar to some other local offices.
Well,
that people don't know what they're doing.
This is 2025, where used to you couldn't get all of this information. Now all this information is on the web from the state. You can see every voting record, when they voted, when they didn't vote, everything. So definitely the information to make a educated decision.
We have somebody missing. I want to bring this up before we go to break. From Jackson, Mississippi area. A 13-year-old little girl, Frances Eccles, is missing. She's 5'5", 138 pounds, missing. She's on the endangered list there, being missing from the Jackson, Mississippi area. If you see her, know something, please contact an authority, whether it's 911, wherever you live, and let someone know that you've seen her. Her family wants her back mighty, mighty, mighty bad. We'll be right back. We're going back in history, and we're going to test Caroline. She knows everything. She was there when Ben Franklin grabbed that kite.
I'm glad we got two tables between us.
You better be glad.
Because I'm going to duck when it comes around my side.
We'll be right back.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs, from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, Scotty Ray along with Odie. As we go back in time, let's go back to 1910. Any comments over there? This was really...
Odie, you better watch out.
I'm getting low.
We'll be on the endangered list before it's over.
Yeah.
But it is amazing, and I say this, how you can be born and then pass away on the same day that you were born years later. And this is the case of this. He was born in 1910, and he would pass away in 1973. We would all know that famous saying that he would say of, "I know nothing," as Colonel Klink would stand near him. Y'all remember this guy here, John Banner? He was really good at what he done. Schultz.
I didn't know that he died on his birthday.
Sure did, 1973. But it is weird, and I say that, how you can be born and be taken away the same day that you came in. Who would know that?
That is weird.
I wouldn't. Would you really want to know the day that you're going to go away?
No.
Because you'd worry about it the whole time, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
How can I change it? Kind of like that Final Destination movie thing. Ooh. Just in case you
mean you watched that?
I did, parts of it. Like this. That log truck scene. Oh.
Yeah, that was tough, wasn't it?
Here's a guy that was so left that he couldn't make a right turn ever. Alan Alda was born today in 1936. Now, again, even though Alan had his leftist, he did play a great part there on MASH. I think everybody loved him in that part. Wasn't he in something called The Bird Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest or something one time that I couldn't watch that was really boring?
Now that you say that, yeah.
That was really a boring movie, I think. Yeah. It was kind of like watching the Lawrence of Welker show.
Oh, no, that was terrible.
A 1, a 2, and a 3. Somebody give me another channel. Let's go back to, and so many people have forgotten that when this show started out, I want to say one of the very first episode, it started out in the upper loft of the barn, 2 people rolling around in the hay. I was like, whoa. And it was the hired hand with the niece. And I said, well, look here. And it was Dallas. It was, what was the blonde-headed girl?
That's why I don't remember it.
What's her face? Charlene Tilton, whatever part she played, almost had it. Ray Krebs was the ranch foreman that was fooling with her. A few years later, we'd find out that he was also Jock's son. Everybody forgot about that opening scene there when he was in that, I didn't ever watch it. Do y'all remember this girl that played his wife there at the end? Susan Howard. She was born. She come in as he became part of the Ewing family, and they tried to make her look like she had a little power there. And I never saw this woman in anything else. Ray's still a ranch hand. He should have stuck to his guns.
Arnold, I'll buy the first bag you come up with.
What's he selling?
Well, since Columbia's going to cut our coffee off, he said that he's going to get a coffee bean field and he's going to name it Butts Bean Barn.
The BBB.
Arnold Butts Bean Barn Coffee.
Called BR549.
I'll buy your first one.
Look, I absolutely, everything I ever watched. Do you remember watching Hee Haw? Wasn't that good? Do you remember the Hee Haw Honeys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of us. And then, what was the Me Oh My Misery, where they lay around and had all the girls sitting by?
Despair.
In agony on me. Do y'all remember when Minnie Pearl, this girl was Barbie Benton. Do y'all remember her? She was a regular there. Barbie Benton, she's the one with the glasses there, sitting next to Minnie. She was on there. She has a birthday today, born in 1950.
She was a pretty.
Everybody went silent on me. I know that Kenny Rogers went through everybody in the cast and married most of them. 1956 would be the first time that this would come into your homes. There's a lot of you that remember watching it tonight. It was a lot of talk. It was a lot of gyrating and a lot of mad mom and daddies out there.
A lot of legs going back.
He ain't coming up in my house. You ain't watching that. It would be Elvis Presley making his very first TV appearance. Did you see it? I'm being honest. I'm not being mean.
Yes,
She's really looking at me mean.
Yeah.
No, I saw it.
Was living in that time, and of course that was before I was born. What was it? Did it really have that energy that everybody described back then?
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Now, were you at the parade when he rode through in Meridian?
I was.
So did you meet him or see him?
No, I did not. I was not working with Jimmy Rogers at that time.
I figured you'd have laid out in front of the Cadillac.
Elvis! No.
That is such a neat part of that. But that was back when Jimmy Rogers was first getting started, wasn't it?
And after that, it got really big for a while.
Jed Clampett done many things in his life. After he got through with the Clampetts, he would finally move on to another show that, man, I loved as a kid.
Dude, and it still comes on.
Barnaby Jones premiered today. 1973 is when it had. Wasn't it Marianne Mobley that was also in that? Am I not mistaken who that is?
I don't remember her name.
She was Miss America from Mississippi.
From Brandon, wasn't she?
Yeah, I believe so. If I'm not mistaken there. It's been quite a while since I saw an episode of Barnaby Jones, but remember when Jedediah joined the cast there, his nephew there?
Yep.
Okay. All right, this little bitty fella here, and again, you have to really, well, it was different. Anybody ever watch any of the Twin Towers, any of that stuff? This little guy here, Elijah Wood, was born today, 1981, and he would be at Lord of the Rings is where he comes from. Carolyn, did you watch any of that?
Oh, yes.
It's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now, and
maybe
again,
I need to go see.
That was different. Everything about Lord of the Rings, it is way out there, but it did. I got hooked. I did. Not gonna lie. Elvis would live on forever through his good looks, and he will live on forever. People visit Graceland like it just happened. I cannot believe this was 1983, and Amanda, you'll probably remember this. We were getting in high school as we were remembering. Alabama was one of the biggest groups out there. Today, he would hit radio called Dixieland Delight. You remember that?
I do remember that.
One arm on the wheel. Me and my lover, we're together. Dixieland Delight. Okay. One of the worst TV shows ever came out today that I couldn't watch. I mean, it was just bad. It's just boring, and he didn't fit the part of the good guy. Mike Hammer. They made such a big deal out of this being released to TV. CBS had it. It made it a year. Mickey Spillini's Mike Hammer, and it was. I'd rather watch a Buick
one
Rust.
Episode, and I was like, "Oh, this just."
I don't know that I've ever seen.
Yeah. This got on Michael Jackson. He had his bads, he had his goods, and there was about 150 other people that joined him today as they all sit and they sang, "We Are the World." Y'all remember that?
Oh, sing that again. You sound pretty good.
1985. They recorded it today.
I'm trying to give him some encouragement.
You don't want me to tear loose for that.
You don't want him to do that.
But that was a big thing, and it was, if I remember correctly, it was raising money for AIDS victims back in the day. You don't hear much about that anymore. I'm sure it's still out there. I was in 11th grade, and you were 2 when this would happen. News would break. I think we were somewhere around in the 3rd period, if I remember. And I can't remember that little guy that was, he was kind of like a scientist that we went to school with, had big hair, and he was very distraught. And I remember seeing him on the sidewalk, and he was just nearly crying. And I thought, why are you crying, dude? And we would soon find out that these people in the space shuttle, his name was John. I don't remember much about him. He had a lot of hair, John. And he was very upset over this. And the Space Challenger exploded that day. That's been a while ago.
I was in Miss Holloway's English class, and Kathy Wright came in the door and told us there that the space shuttle just exploded. And one of our teachers, Miss Nettie Mayat, she actually put in to be the teacher on there. And she wasn't real far down from, she was up towards the top. So that day I remember pretty well when that happened.
It was a few weeks after that. You said the name is Holloway, and people from Northeast will remember this. And I test everybody's knowledge. This day in history from Northeast High School. Do y'all remember when the guy got suspended on this date when he signed Miss Holloway up for a year's worth of Playboy magazines? Ruh-roh. She started getting them in the mail, and, well, he got suspended. Did you get in trouble for that? Nope, I had nothing to do with it. But I ain't going to say his name because he's still around.
Well, I'm sure that
he was applauded as being a hero.
Now, you know.
The things that kids do back in school. Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
You are kidding me. We'll have to have a conversation.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me at the next
feel you
break.
in. Yeah. 1989, it would happen today. Randy Travis. It doesn't get any better than this because it was simple and it said a lot. When you love somebody, you love them. And, well, his love was deeper than the holler. It went number 1. Randy Travis back in his prime when he was a strong man. I still love old Randy Travis.
He's got a voice now. Golly.
He wheelchair bound now, and he does his wife, current wife, is doing everything she can. And you know, they done the AI thing with his voice not long ago and re-recorded a new song.
Oh wow!
Because he just doesn't have it anymore. The strength. 2002 things would happen. 1995, Alan would break the rules and record a song that nobody else would touch. And then in 2002, it went number 1 also, a different song. And back in 95, Alan went number 1 with Gone Country, to where he made fun of everybody that was fruity cakes from other markets that came to country music to make a big living. And then also, Daddy Let Me Drive went number 1 back in 2002. That's a great song. Wow. It was just an old Ford. I think his daddy gave $100 for the truck, and who would know that would lead to a song that millions of Americans would relate to. Here's something that a lot of people relate to: drinking.
That's guy right here.
Sometimes you got a wife that drives you to drinking.
He was the only one married.
Just drunk.
Yeah, and he was just a sop drunk. He had to stay drunk. What was Hank Jr. saying? It takes a lot of liquor to like her.
Yeah.
Well, here's our town drunk of the day that everybody loved.
Old Otis.
God bless him.
Otis would pass away at the age of 77. You know, I'm told that Meridian, by the older police that were around back in the day, that Meridian had their very own Otis in town. They'd pick him up 2 or 3 nights a week. He was never placed under arrest. He would be taken to the jail, let him sleep it off, and then let him go. Yeah, he was never charged. He was just a town fun guy that everybody knew. So those things did happen. We would lose someone today. It would be 2009, and if I am not mistaken, he was the last surviving original member of Sweet Home Alabama, Leonard Skinnard.
Oh, Leonard.
Billy Powell would pass away today, and I think he was the final, I think, if I'm not mistaken on that. It's been some time. Wow. This girl, they done this remake of The Addams Family, and that little girl that played Wednesday scared me. She was like wicked. Do y'all remember the original one?
Yeah.
She passed away 2 years ago today. Her name was Lisa Loring. Well, she played Wednesday.
Oh,
look at that. I mean, that little girl was mean looking. Looked like she could hurt you.
Yeah, she's got that look.
I've seen some older folks look like that way on aisle 3 of Walmart.
Were they in pajamas?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. I saw pajamas yesterday at 3 o'clock, and I thought, couldn't you got dressed before you come down? 3 o'clock.
Oh, they just woke up. Come on.
I almost took a picture of it and made a news story out of it just because I could. But seriously, dress up. I mean, put on some pants. It doesn't hurt. We'll be right back. We got more with Caroline, a tell-all, if she joins us.
Here at Meridian Cycles, we're your CF Moto headquarters. And here at the end of the year, we have a special deal on CF Moto C-Force 500 four-wheelers. We're offering these for only $69.99 plus tax and title. It is a fantastic deal. And let me tell you some of the features that this four-wheeler has. This C-Force 500 features aluminum wheels, power steering, and a 2,500-pound winch, all at an incredible price of $69.99 plus tax and title. Come see us at Meridian Cycles, 80 Highway 19 North, right here in Meridian, or call 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back.
Here we
with
are.
our personal gossip. We're back on it now. As we're getting ready for state games, we've had just two lovely ladies join us today. Miss Amanda, she has been so sweet, and of course Caroline. Can I call you Caroline?
No.
No. Well, I got shut down. Didn't I?
I'm telling you, I'm gonna duck. Because this is getting bad.
Carolyn is known far and wide by everybody in the Meridian area, probably over to Vicksburg at this point. Because you've been Hattiesburg, I know that.
Just don't talk about Hattiesburg now.
But what a lovely person she is, and she's done so much for our community, and they really ought to honor you with some type of statue or an award because you have done above and beyond through the years, and you're helping state games now as y'all are looking for sponsorships. Again, recap for us how we can help out and how to get in touch with y'all.
Well, our number is 601-482-0205, or if you'll call us, we can come visit you. We can get your packet of information. Just come and let us talk with you.
That's the way it's done.
Amanda can get you on if you'll just get there.
And this will be June. Give us the dates again when all this begins. Okay. And then give me a rough idea, because everybody has their kind of deadlines when they'd like to have something together. When you're trying to get all this, because you have to get it to print, you have to make posters and things of that nature. She's thinking.
I am thinking. Opening ceremonies June 6th. Sponsorships, we kind of like to have those finalized March, April.
By April anyway, so we can get them. We have a big jumbotron at opening ceremonies, and we put all of our sponsors on that and give them. And then we have lined our fence with their banners.
Correct.
So we like to have them so we can get them ready for all of that.
Well, somebody's got to print all this stuff.
Right, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
So if they could get them by April, would be great.
And again, as we recap this brings about $12 million to our economy in Meridian. The state games, as people come to eat with us, spend the night in our hotels, and spend money in convenience stores and all the way around. It's just a great economic boost for the Meridian area to have these games here.
That's right.
So we're helping you any way that we can to get these folks here.
Appreciate it. Appreciate everything that you can do. Scotty Ray,
nice ladies there.
We'll be there for sure. I'll be.
Yeah, well, you normally have always been there for me, Odin. We really appreciate it.
We'll continue that, and
that's one thing that we've never had a problem with. Is normally the county and the city assisting us with opening ceremonies.
It takes a lot of people to make everything always clear.
Yeah, it doesn't just happen.
No, it does not.
By no means.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all hang around. We'll talk after we get off the show.
We appreciate the opportunity to come.
Yes, ma'am.
With you and Odie.
One of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet there. And Amanda following in her footsteps, old classmate of mine. She's just 22.
You need to just say classmate.
Okay. I'll work on that. I do have a statement from the Neshoba County School System. There was a lot of rumors that were flying everywhere in Neshoba County yesterday. And let me just show you what we put up. We shared this from their page. As we look at this, there was no one on campus, no ICE, no one was trying to deport anyone from a Neshoba County campus yesterday. It was all fictitious. It was a made-up post that was circulating. So as we started out the show, we were talking about only believe in certain news sources that tell the truth. Yeah. Don't go to places that question something if it doesn't sound right. And it got blown out of proportion yesterday. Now, and let me, we had also, as we keep on the Philadelphia, we have someone who was sentenced yesterday from Philadelphia for a stabbing of a Choctaw on the reservation there. She has been sentenced to 40 months in federal prison for stabbing a Pearl River man. You don't be doing that. Wow. She's been sentenced. She's going to spend more than 3 years behind bars for that. Now, we had an announcement yesterday. We had this sent in as we pull this up for you to take a look here. Dwayne Davis has announced his re-election campaign for Meridian City Council Ward 2. He's one of the candidates that's going to be running. We wish him a lot of luck with that. Yeah. Now, let me say this, and I ask, Meridian, is this right? I'm not sure. That's why I have to ask these things. A city page is a city page, is it not? If it's owned by the city of Meridian, should that be used for election purposes of one individual? And you go, what are you talking about, Scotty Ray? Well, proof is in the pudding. Let's just go ahead and show this. Straight from the City of Meridian page, the City of Meridian, Mayor Jimmy Smith officially announces his candidacy on the City of Meridian page. Now, are they also going to allow every other person on the City of Meridian page to be officially announced, since this is is it called the president's?
The president's
set forth on this. Are they going to allow this? Will everybody else get to use the Frank Cochran Center at no charge, or he may be paying? I don't know. But will everybody else? Because we've seen one candidate that had barricades put up, and he was pushed down the sidewalk, was not allowed to use the steps of City Hall. But you can use the page. Something's fishy. I'm just saying that just doesn't seem right. What's good for the goose is good for everybody else. Something about a gander in there, and I was afraid I'd say it wrong.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Okay, yeah, I would have said. I was just making sure I didn't mess that up. But that's just not right. And did I miss a good comment anywhere? Y'all go through here. The City of Meridian's comments are turned off. You cannot comment on that post on the City of Meridian. You can on ours. You can read through, and I'm not seeing a lot of people that are going to be supporting our current mayor on here. Lost my vote from now on, it says. Why? He's not good fit for Meridian. Oh, that's just some of the comment. Who? Because nobody's seen him for the last 3.5 years. Won't make that mistake again. Biggest disappointment ever. There's a comment for you. Has he lost his mind? I doubt he gets reelected. And they just keep going. And I'm not over-exaggerating on this. Y'all read for yourself. If you disagree with what others have put, please do so. That's what this is about. Freedom of the press. Do what you need to there. And again, the only time I've only, in the course of my 5 or 6 years doing this, had to turn off comments twice, because it was not right what was being said, and when something goes wrong, we will fix it when we can. But this is just the way it is. You don't do this. If one does it, then everybody has to be allowed on the City of Meridian page. So we send that up the flagpole this morning. Will that happen? I can't, I guess, speak for others, but we'll wait and see. What will happen now? City of Meridian. Seems almost like they're endorsing someone, doesn't it? Wow. I might have to think. We'll be right back. More coming up at the Scotty Ray Report.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Anything?
Yes, we were getting hugs.
Oh, well, yeah.
Can't lie. I tried to get a picture of it, and she refused to have a picture of it.
Yeah, we were trying to get the camera back on so everybody could see.
Oh, have mercy. We do welcome everybody. I want to bring this up. We didn't have a chance yesterday to show this. Philadelphia, I was in Philadelphia on Friday, and I couldn't help but notice a large amount of smoke coming by the railroad tracks, Odie.
Yeah, it'll cover you up. It's one of the hardest things to put out.
So we jumped out the Tahoe and commenced to filming, and this was in front of the Neshoba County Co-op. Let's hit play on here. That was some huge hay. What do you do with these?
Yeah, well, what they're doing there, you've got to tear them apart and put them out, spread them out. Some of the hardest stuff to put out is hay because it's so compact. That's all you can do. Get you a pitchfork and a rake and go out there, start tearing it down and soaking it up.
I didn't realize. Also, we had a fire over the weekend that we didn't get to yesterday. As the Meridian Fire Department, I'm going to tell you, some of our best folks here, firemen, are what makes it happen right here. Here they are as they pulled up on Martin Luther King and 12th there. As smoke boiling from this home as the Meridian Fire Department showed up to help out. They got that fire contained, thank heavens. No one was hurt or injured in that. And that's most important. And again, as the fire department usually are able to if they get there in time, can save a home.
They're going to go in and take care of it.
But we have been so fortunate that no lives have been lost lately in any fire.
Yes.
Now, do they happen occasionally? Sometimes it just can't be helped. And sympathy for that. Watch these heaters. We're not out of winter yet. I know we're getting into the 70s. People are going to get kind of used to it, and then we'll fall back into winter again, and all those heaters will fire back up.
Yeah.
Just be careful. We're going to be watching this weather for you as we get into 70-degree weather. Hey, we need to say congratulations to somebody also, Odie.
Already?
Yes, sirree. The Neshoba County School District there, the cheerleaders there, national champions. Now, that's a big deal, and we're so proud of them, and I know the family members and everybody was proud. They've worked hard to get where they are, and we just want to say an extra thank you.
I mean, that's not just one or two people they're competing against.
No.
That's a huge competition and a very big congratulations. Man. So, yeah, good job for them.
Oh, I just got a threat.
Uh-oh. Don't you be hugging.
All right, let's see here as we get this. What was this down here? Let me make sure we didn't have an alert.
No emergencies?
No, that was not an emergency. They're
All right,
making
good
sure.
deal.
Each and every day we need to do birthdays. Who's having one today?
Ooh, we got a few of them coming along. Let's see. We got Billy Caldwell's got a birthday. Alan Wyman, Ginger Sirkin, Christy Moffitt, Mason Thomas, Heather Harper, Barry Sharp, and Rex and Charlene Gentry celebrating 1 year anniversary.
But Odie, they've been dating for like 45 years.
Yeah, they've been dating for 27 years, I think. It took him that long to finally just say, "Oh,
will you marry me?"
Get rid of her. So, and they made it a year.
Woo! That's Rex. Odie's baby sister for everybody that's wondering.
She's
that.
older than I am.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's older than I am.
Well, congratulations.
Nobody
Rex.
knows her by Charlene. They all go, "Ooh, Odie's sister."
Yep. Rex, the toughest man in Meridian.
Woo! Yes, he is.
He can take it, y'all.
Man, I didn't know he was that tough till, yeah.
Another thing is we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for letting us in your homes this morning. We appreciate that so much. And if you come up on a news story, inbox us so we'll know about it and we get to the scene. As we end today's show, what is it? What do we need to share as a Bible verse today, Odie?
Yeah, there's one thing we like to do, and that's push out something from God. And today we're going to go to Mark 4, verse 9, and Jesus said, "Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear." And the Lord is always talking to us. He's always telling us. We just got to know how to listen. We just got to know what to listen for. But if we talk to Him every day, start our day off, end our day off, and talk to Him throughout the day, we'll have a better understanding to hear what He says to each one of us. Y'all have Him in your hearts today and enjoy today, and knowing that with the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we can be in our everlasting home with God. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you this afternoon for another big reveal. Well, same reveal, just a little bit bigger.
Yeah. We're going to have more people here to talk
formal,
about.
That's right, of what a teamwork did for right here in Lauderdale County. Hump Day's coming. Friday's on its way as well. But until then, remember, we love you. Have a great day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.